And when did you actually, Jack, start on LinkedIn? Or what was the reason to start there?
I had a full-time job until March 2025. So I started posting on LinkedIn officially January 2024, and I just thought, you know what, I'm not planning to leave my job. I like it here, but I see all this stuff that I mentioned, that LinkedIn is a great tool, and I'm going to post. I'm going to commit to posting once a day, every single day. And for the first 6 months, I was terrible. I was crap. I didn't, I burst open a bottle of champagne if I got 5 likes on a post. That it was rubbish.
And
And so
do you remember what you were posting about?
uh, loads of random stuff, like because I love design, I would post, hey, I'll do your website for like an entire website for £1,000, and people were like, well, that's, some people were thinking, whoa, that's way too much, and most people were going, hang on, that's way too low. Like,
Yeah.
because £1,000, there's so much work that goes into a website as well. But yeah, and I've worked on company accounts where the companies have charged like £200,000 for a website, and that's actually still okay. The value they get is actually pretty good. But I was posting all kinds of stuff about design, about what I like, not necessarily something personal like what I had for dinner because it's a business platform, but like a lesson I learned from something simple I did last week, and again, it wasn't wrapped in value, it wasn't telling a story, it was just, here's something I learned, blah, blah, blah. And then you hit post and nobody cares. So you have to have the right structure. There's like 50 different elements that go into a LinkedIn post. And maybe I should write a guide on this and publish it. I might do that. But all the different elements that go into a successful post. And I didn't know what they were. So I spent 6 months doing my job, 9 to 5, and waking up in the morning at 7, doing a bit of research, having breakfast, going off to work, 9 to 5 working in a company. And then in the evenings, 5 until 9 p.m. at night, I would be working again on understanding LinkedIn, posting stuff, trying to get this right. And all because I committed to myself. All I've got to do is post every single day. That's it. And my posts were terrible, but I did it. And I learned how to do it badly so that I could learn how to do it well. And after that, I went from 740 followers up to 1,000. That was the hardest. That was really tough. Like just getting those extra 200 people. That took like 2 months to get 200 people. It's crazy. But as soon as I started gaining traction, then it went up to like 5,000, 10,000. Now we're at 58,000, something like that. It's really gratifying to see, all this stuff that we do, it actually works and it pays off. And I've actually managed to build a business out of it. So when March came last year, I couldn't do both anymore. I had to leave my job and do Story Told full time.
I'm, of course, glad to hear that. And I like that if you want, no excuses about the time, because as you just said, even with 9 to 5, you can still do it. And you often hear people, oh, I don't have time to post every day. Or first, you don't have to post every day. You can post 3 times a week or what works for you. And secondly, I think one of the best ways how to figure things out, or what works for you, what doesn't work, is just do it. As you said, you are posting. I've got my own experience as well that, posting just rubbish or some random stuff, but it's much better than if someone who doesn't start at all.
Yeah. If you wait to be perfect, then you're always going to be waiting. That's the key, because perfect never comes. Just get out there, do it, even if it's rubbish. The most important thing, though, isn't to do it and then just think it's rubbish and then just keep doing the same things and thinking, oh, there's some reason. Like, I spoke to someone a while ago who said, oh, our website is perfect. And I'm like, I've looked at it, it's not, but I didn't want to offend her. So I said, okay, like, what do you mean perfect? Well, like the design's good. We worked on it for ages. We spent lots of money on it, and it's perfect. But we're not getting any clients through it. And I'm thinking, well, it's not perfect then. The whole point of the website is to
You
get you.
just answer to yourself.
Yeah, but she still believed it was perfect, and I'm baffled by that. So it's the ability to remove your own ego and go, okay, I might have invested a lot of time in something, doesn't make it good. So I invested lots of time in LinkedIn, but I kept getting no results. So I didn't think it was perfect. I thought, I'm doing something wrong. I need to fix it. And that's a really powerful thing, to recognize when you're doing something wrong, not in a I'm going to beat myself up kind of way, but in a what can I do better? What can I do right? How do I improve? That mentality is kind of vital, because otherwise you're always going to think, no, I'm perfect. No, everyone else is the problem. It's not me. It's like, really?
Yeah, mhm. Yeah, I agree and understand. And as we're posting Jack, did you have already some kind of like a bigger plan in mind that one day it may turn into something more into business or whatever? Or we're just posting, because we enjoy it, or what was your plan?
My plan was to challenge myself to get better at something I wasn't very good at, because yeah, because I'd never tried it before. I'd never done it, and I saw people getting all these opportunities, and I thought maybe that would be nice for me. I didn't have a goal specifically. It was my goal was to just do the thing every day, and then yeah, then it grew, and I made lots of nice connections, and we've worked with 19 clients over the last like year and a half, which is awesome because it's only the first year of business. But my goal, I never really had one. I just sort of did the thing every day, and eventually it became something tangible. But I'm still realizing the value of having a goal. If you don't have a goal, if you don't set a vision and where you want to go, then you'll just sort of drift along. I would somewhat lucky, I guess. I wouldn't say too lucky, but I committed to myself to do the thing, which is what created that luck. But that's not enough. You once you then have that momentum, you need a goal to then channel it and focus. And yeah, while I was posting, I didn't have a goal, but then after like 6 to 10 months, and I started to think, right, the company's growing now. I'm actually getting some clients on board. I need to get some team members on board. I need a designer, a writer, an engagement specialist. I've got those three people now, and it's brilliant. But in order to sustain that and in order to grow the team, I then had to come up with goals. Right, okay, where do I want to be in 5 years? In 5 years, I'd like a team of 10, no more. I'm not going to go crazy, but I'd like to be able to finance and help 10 people, not just feed their families and to be able to, bring income in, but also to grow and to do what they want. Like, if one of my team, say my designer says, I want to go to a conference, a design conference in Barcelona, because there's one every year and it's brilliant, or Copenhagen, I want to go, yeah, let's do it. The company can pay for it and you can go. I would love that, to be able to give my team opportunities like that. Say there's extra training and writing and stuff, like my writer wants to do a bunch of stuff. Yeah, no problem. I'll pay for it. And that brings me so much joy thinking about that, to be able to provide that level of stability, but also that level of opportunity where my team can say, I'm going to create my own job. And like, what about if my job evolves into this? I'm like, yeah, great, let's do it. I guess that's one of my goals, is to create an environment where people can create their own roles that, yeah, sure, it helps our clients and helps us grow, but ultimately it's what they want to do.